Welcome to another amazing episode of One on One with your boy, Michael Jonvier. I am here today, you guys, with Mr. Jonathan Burke. He is from the new hit series on Prime Video, Harlem, and y'all, it is taking off. It's a 4-part female series, and we love those. You know, it goes back on the reigns of Golden Girls, Girlfriends, Run the World, and now, y'all, we still in New York, but we kicking it over there in Harlem with our favorite people. The good thing about Harlem is they have a lot of strong male leads, and Jonathan is definitely one of them. By the way, you guys, this show is sponsored and starring none other than Control Magazine and The Boss Architect. If you haven't taken the time, go ahead and check out controlmag.com and thebossarchitect.com. At Control, we got some amazing stories that's going to change your life. And at The Boss Architect, we are going to teach these sexy female entrepreneurs how to become millionaires by building their own companies from the ground up. It's all about success going into 2022. But I'm happy to be here talking with you, sir, because your character is dope. And the reason your character caught my eye is because at first, you know, we go into it assuming that he's just, you know, a gay black male trying to find him a big boy, as they like to say, for cuffing season. For those of you that don't know, during the winter months when it's cold, you know, the bigger, thicker brothers are more in demand. Everybody wants somebody to cuddle up with, be a little warm with, and him and his co-star, Shaniqua Shandai, who plays Angie on there, by the way, y'all. Angie is hilarious. Y'all are gonna love her. They go hunting together, big boy hunting, okay? And we find out in the course of the project that his character is of a different type of sexuality. I'm gonna let y'all watch the show to see that, but I really want to talk with you today because that was, you know, let's just go ahead and spill the beans. He's bisexual, okay?
What are you doing? I thought it was obvious. I stopped making out with gay men in college, mainly because they asked me to. Yay. No, I'm bi.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to talk with you because we don't get to see very many male bisexual characters on screen. And I wanted to bring that to the light. First of all, let's get a little background information on you. How long have you been acting? Because you're not only on Harlem, you're on other television series, and you were also in Choir Boy.
Yes. Well, I mean, I started acting when I was in middle school. I mean, I remember deciding I was going to be an actor in 6th grade in Baltimore, Maryland, doing a musical on stage. And I just sang this song by Stevie Wonder, My Sharia Moore, and like the audience went crazy. And I was like, okay, I think I can get used to this. I think I'm gonna do this acting thing. And then from there, I just kind of focused on acting since 6th grade. So I went to Performing Arts High School, Baltimore School for the Arts. I majored in theater in college at Ithaca College. And then I came to New York and been acting in New York since then, you know.
Let me tell you something, you are featured EGOT, EGOT.
Well, that's the plan. That's right.
I'm with it. For those of you that don't know what an EGOT is somebody who has had like all of the big awards. That's a Emmy, E, Grammy, G, Oscar, O, and T, Tony Award. So that means they're popular in film, music, theater, and television, like all across the board, okay? It's very few people that have that, okay? So I love that about you. And like-
Goldberg has one and she's on Harlem. Hey.
She is. She is. We're going to talk about a quote that she said that has changed my entire life about mediocrity. We're going to get to that. So Jonathan plays a character known as Eric, as I explained to you guys before, who is bisexual. He's actually sort of a love interest, a little fun fling that the character Angie, played by Shaniqua Shandai, is, you know, kind of dealing with right now, which I thought was really interesting. A lot of times we think that Black women aren't attracted to bisexual men. They already feel like it's enough competition from other women. And then, you know, you turn into the fact that he's also interested in guys. So it's like a whole extra set of competition for him. What drew you to this role?
You know, the first time that I read the breakdown for this character, I was like, okay, first of all, this character is so in tune with who I am because first of all, the character is an artist in New York, working on Broadway, an actor, a singer, a dancer. And that's what I've been doing since I've been in New York. So the fact that I could play a character such as that on screen was really a culmination of all the things that I want to do. On top of that, to see that it was a queer character was amazing. Now, when they first gave me the audition, I didn't know that he was going to have any sort of interest in women. I thought he was just going to be gay, which is totally cool with me. I myself am a gay man, so I was like, okay, perfect. I find it kind of a platform of mine to further and amplify gay voices of Black men because I think we are underrepresented. So I was thrilled to be able to do that. But then when I read the script and I saw this twist that he wasn't just gay, but that he, you know, had interest in women as well, and he was on that spectrum of bisexuality, I was like, oh, this is dope because, like you said, there really isn't a representation of Black bisexual men in the media and the way that, other types of Black men are represented. And particularly this character of Eric is a guy that is not hyper masculine, that's not in the closet, that's not questioning whether he likes men still, trying to hide it from the women. He's fully open about who he is and all the facets of himself. He's in tune with his femininity, he's in tune with his masculinity. And I just think that that is such an important image to portray in the media, and to see a Black woman accepting that, like you said, you don't often see that. It's very powerful. So I'm thankful to Amazon and Harlem and Tracy Oliver for giving voice to this type of character. I feel so honored and a privilege and a responsibility to tell that story.
Your character's arc is, mostly humorous, but there is one scene where it does get serious when they talk about how Black women's voices are often suppressed in the face of white fragility. And I found that scene to be extremely powerful. Like mentally, she was saying every single thing that she wanted to say, but out loud, she was just like, I'm sorry, because she was thinking more about her career and how much it could cost her as opposed to her using her voice to speak out. And I know she accused your character of being complicit. Like, no, don't be trying to get me to dial back on my feelings. Back me up. You're my man. Like, what are you doing? How did you feel playing in that scene? And when you go back and watch it, oh shit.
Fuck you for being another Black man complicit in some racist bullshit against a Black woman. Fuck you for engaging in respectability politics, which we all know has never and will never get us to equality.
Well, I love that scene. That's episode 7, you guys. It's a dope episode in which you get to see a Black woman's perspective, how they go through this road. Is hard, and so I looked at it as, from the perspective of Eric, my character. I was trying to be supportive of Angie, and I want her to keep her job. We needed these jobs, We're here on Broadway where we've been struggling, and this is our big break. So I'm just like, look, girl, I feel you. You are right. But there are times and places, to say certain things. Now, as Jonathan Burke, I'm actually all the way here for what Angie had to say, because we've been silent too long. And so I think that this show really highlighted that fact. So I'm not really on the side of Eric in that case, but I think that that is what has often been represented. That has been how we have worked through this world for so long. So it's a true representation of, Black people feeling like they have to stifle their feelings and their emotions in order to keep their jobs, in order to be liked. And it's so sad.
It's really sad.
It really is unfortunate. So I just think that it showed a very interesting dynamic between Angie and Eric in that moment, because she's like, come on, I'm a Black woman who needs this support. And Black women, we know, support Black men every day.
Every day. From the tit to the grave.
That's right. And so it's important for Black men to stand up behind our sisters, and hopefully some Black men watching might see that and think, you know what, if that was me, I would have done it differently. So It's a teachable moment for people watching.
It was very much so a teachable moment. When I look at that, I see it being, a conflict of interest for your very existence. And W.E.B. Du Bois brings that up in his book, The Souls of Black Folks, when he discusses double consciousness, what it means to be Black and American. But it's more levels of consciousness, it's more layers. What about if you're Black, you're an American, and you're a woman? You know what I mean? They go a triple. And what if you Black, you're American, you're a man, and you're bisexual? Like with your character. Those are other levels of consciousness. And we just don't think about that extra layer and how all of that can come into this knot. And when they talk about, Black rage, I tell people all the time, and like James Baldwin said, to be relatively woke and Black in America is to be in a state of constant rage. And you can see that's her rage.
That's right.
That's her rage. And it wasn't unfounded. It wasn't over the top. It was, this is the moment. Yeah. This is it. I was a very, very, very powerful moment. Yeah. I think another powerful moment that I really liked that might have got lost in the sauce of the comedy was how your character is attracted to bigger men.
Sip double syrup hot cocoa and stare into each other's eyes. So, what's it gonna be? Boobs or ass?
Neither. I have a boyfriend.
That's not fair. Oh, how do you expect us to find big niggas if y'all double dip like this?
When I thought you waited this late, it's like buying a Christmas tree on the 24th.
That's right.
A lot of times in the LGBT community, well, I'm going to say LGBT community, let's just say the gay and bisexual community, when it comes to men, it's a bit of body shaming. Not even a bit, it's a lot of it. You know, there are signs, you know, on the dating apps that says, you know, no big boys or no fats. When it comes to the type of guys that you're attracted to, would you say they're bigger, or would you just say, you know, I like guys based on their personality? What attracts you to a man? And does body type come into like what you
For
looking
me, it's all about connection. It's about energy. It's about, you know, what's going on between the two of us. So I don't really have any sort of type or, you know, stay away from me if you look like this or that. It's if you are fun, interesting, smart, you know, goal driven, I'm down. You know, if the energy feels right, let's see what's up. So, but I was very glad though to give voice to, again, this type of representation to show that all men are beautiful and we can find something beautiful in anyone. And I single people out. Right. So I just thought that was really dope to see who this character, Eric, which is supposed to be super fit, you know, that's like something they talk about. He's in shape, he's this dancer, but he's attracted to the big boys too. Why
Just,
not?
I love that. I love that. And I just love how they were like, when they were going hunting, you know, they ran to the big boy. He was like, y'all should have started early. And I was like, dead.
Look, tis the season. It's December now. It's
Oh
time.
goodness. Would you say that right now? Are you winning at cuffing season? Has somebody locked you down?
Listen, nobody's locked me down yet. So, you know, I'm out here.
That is hilarious. What is your ideal date?
Oh my gosh. I would love probably going to a museum, a restaurant. I love eating. I love music, probably a concert or something like that. But I want something not only, I like something active too. Like I went rock climbing recently, which was dope. I like that's a great fun kind of active thing you can do with somebody, get to know each other. Because I think it's important on a date to talk. So you get to know each other. Not just like sit in a movie theater and then you can't really get to know
interaction. Right.
Right. So something that's interactive, I think, would be ideal.
That's so interesting. Then I know you like in New York City. Where did you go rock climbing in New York?
Oh, there's a lot of rock climbing places actually. I went on the Upper East Side. There's a place up there, but there's a place in Harlem, there's a place in Brooklyn. They're throughout the city.
You know, it's really interesting. You say like there's a place like that in Harlem. A lot of people don't realize that Harlem is still very much so a hub of Black culture. And even though it's in danger of being gentrified, like so many areas of our country, you know, it's a sacred space and we need to preserve that. What is the energy like in Harlem to you whenever you go there?
Oh my God, I lived in Harlem for many, many years. I love Harlem. Harlem is like a second home to me. I love it because of the Blackness. I love it because of the history. I love it because of the cultural diversity. I mean, there's so many different types of Black people living and existing in Harlem. And I think it's so wonderful to be on a show that is celebrating this diverse culture of Harlem. And they're showing Harlem in a beautiful light with the energy of the people that live there and trying to hold on to what makes Harlem special, which is that beautiful Black excellence.
I agree. I really love the conversation between Camille and Ian, where, you know, she's in love with him still and she definitely wants the best for him, but she's like, this new restaurant that you're bringing into this space is just yet another example of our culture being written out.
Let me tell you, the funny thing is, when I watched that scene on the show, I saw the poster of like the white people at the restaurant, and I was like, oh my God. Back when they were filming this show, that poster was actually outside of a restaurant in Harlem. And everyone in New York was sending around texts like, can you believe they're changing literally what's happening on the TV show? We thought it was real. And we thought that they were changing this Black restaurant to a white restaurant. And it was a whole uproar on social media, through text, all my friends. And then come to find out it was fake for the TV show that I'm on. But it's believable because we were outraged though. We were mad like Camille is on the show. We all were like, this is ridiculous. But it was all for the show.
No, I would have been outraged too. I've lived in New York for a few years myself. And so when I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, I was like, oh, I know the hell they did not. No, they did. Like I took it personally. It
Yeah.
was like a personal offense. It's almost like somebody had dropped a, excuse my language, bag of shit on my door and rang the doorbell and ran off. Like, no, you're not. I'm gonna find you. You're gonna clean this mess up. And you're gonna give me something better than what you gave me instead of a dirty shoe. And I feel like Black people across the country need to feel that way. It's so many places where we have to, like you said earlier, play small, shrink ourselves, keep our inner conflict to ourselves, that we need safe spaces, safe neighborhoods, and safe pockets where we can just grow and glow.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
definitely agree with that. So one of the things that I do like about your skill set is what you guys don't know, and you need to know if you didn't watch the show, because he did a little bit of singing on there.
I did do a little bit on
He
there.
did a little bit of singing. He did a little bit. I hope y'all catch that. He did a little bit of singing.
Yeah.
Jonathan can sing. So I want to take a quick second to play a quick game. Okay, it's called Word and Song. Okay, it's as simple as that. Word and song.
Okay.
Right? So we're gonna do 6 examples. All right. So
Okay.
I'll say a word, and you give me like a few bars of a song that goes along with it. Okay.
Okay, let's see what you got.
All right. Happy.
Oh, 'cause I'm happy. Well, how's that go? Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. 'Cause I'm happy. Yeah, for real.
Love.
Oh, love. So many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how.
Okay.
'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. That's one of my favorites.
Goodbye.
Ooh, oh, let's make it a long goodbye. Tomorrow we'll pick up the pieces and hang, what is it? It's an NDRE song. And hang on to our broken lives. Yeah, make it a long goodbye. Yeah, I love that.
All right. Children.
Oh, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. The Queen, Whitney, of course.
Yes. All right. Kiss.
Ooh, Kiss. Kiss. Oh my God. Oh, wait. There's a Total song that I love. What is it? Oh, kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. Kissing you is ooh, ooh, yes.
I love that. So you took it back. You took it back. So I thought
Yes.
that's what a little Doja Cat when I said kiss, like with kiss me.
Oh,
I thought she was gonna hit it with that, but you took.
no, I
I
don't
had
know.
forgot that song.
I love that Total song.
I had forgot that Total song. I'm about to get on Amazon, not Amazon,
That
excuse me,
song
not
is-
Apple,
yeah.
and download that today. Put it right back on my list. Like put it right inside a little special list that I have going on right there.
Yes.
I love that. I love that you're so talented. I love that you can act, that you can sing, that you can dance. Is there any part of your skill set that you like particularly more than the others?
I mean, I love it all. I mean, I trained in all three really in musical theater, like at Ithaca College, I got a BFA in that. So I love all of it. If I get a chance to do it all, which is why I loved my role on this show, because I did get to sing, I did get to act, I did get to move a little bit and to get out the musical scenes. If y'all didn't watch yet, just watch that. That thing is crazy.
That took me out.
Took me
I was
out.
sleeping.
Yeah.
That's wait a minute. How is there a Get Out musical? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Of all the subject matter, we could turn this into like that is crazy. The reason I bring up your different skill sets or whatnot is because ain't nothing like a man that can do it all. There is nothing like a man that can do it all. And a lot of times we, in the age of 2021 with influencers and stuff, we'll look at somebody's followership and give them opportunities that people like yourself have worked so very, very hard for it. And they'll get into those roles and they'll be, pretty mediocre. And they'll get mad because they're not getting more of those opportunities. Like we picked you because of the following, but your skill set is what needs to keep you there. And they don't have that. And so I bring that up because Whoopi Goldberg's character said a quote that has changed my life. And it's definitely pushed me to do nothing but the best moving forward. And she said, a 7 might shine in a room of 5s, but it doesn't make them a 10.
Just don't think you're ready.
Well, Robin thought I was ready. Matter of fact, she thought I was great.
Yes, well, a 7 shines in a room of 5s. Doesn't make her a
That's right. Oh, I remember that quote very well from the episode. It was a light bulb moment. I said, she's right.
Stopped Camille right there in her tracks. And before that, I was rooting for Camille to have that job. I thought Whoopi Goldberg's character was just being bitchy. Like, man, the girl, social media, her following does count. Like, she's reaching people in a different way. But then when she listed the stuff that she hasn't done, I was like,
that's right.
Well, girl, I thought that was basic stuff that you hadn't even done that. No, you can't expect to get something that you haven't worked hard for. You've done the bare minimum.
No. And you also know, as Black people, we already got to be twice as good to get half as far. So you can't come in here, you got to come in here at the top of your game, period. Yeah.
I tell people when they say we got to work twice as hard, I said it's 2021 and the country has changed due to inflation. It's now 4 times as hard to get a half of what they have. I say, yeah, we need to know that. And I thought that was really, really great. And that you've trained, you've studied, you're in the field that you want to be in. What is next for you going into 2022? What can we expect from Jonathan Burke?
2022. Well, hopefully season 2 of Harlem. We're gonna pray on that. We're gonna send positive energy toward that. So season 2 of Harlem. And then I also have created a TV show myself called Not Looking. So hopefully that will get produced in the coming year as well. I wrote it, executive producing and starring in a series about 3 Black and brown gay best friends living in New York who make a pact to stay out of relationships for a year. And you see what happens on their journey. So look out for Not Looking. Hopefully you see that in the coming year as well. And anything else that comes my way. Look, I'm movies, other TV shows, maybe back on Broadway, who knows? I'm ready to see what happens.
You know what? That got me so intrigued. Not Looking, 3 gay Black and brown best friends who agreed to give up dating for a year.
That's right.
Because
check us on Instagram, check our website out. The Instagram is Not Looking the Series, website notlookingtheseries.com to get more info.
Well, definitely, please let us know. However, we can support you here at Control Magazine and with the Boss Architect. We'll definitely try our best to do that. And I personally be spreading it myself, y'all, because I'm all for stuff like this, especially, with independent content creators. Issa Rae created such a lane for Black content creators to have their stuff produced and be taken seriously. And y'all, now is the time to be grabbing every single thing that we want. And I'm very proud that you're doing that because it's needed. Representation is very important in so many ways. And just this, smaller role here on this show, you've done just that, created yet another space of representation for marginalized people. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Jonathan, tell everybody where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at It's Jonathan Burke or on Twitter at It's John Burke. It's ITSJONBURKE. There's no H. Right. And on Facebook at Jonathan Burke. And that's where you can find me.
Thank you so much for your time today, man. I'm looking forward to talking with you again. I'm praying that you have very safe and happy holidays and that 2022 is nothing but prosperous for you.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right. Take care, y'all. This is amazing another one-on-one. I'll be back next week with a new person for y'all to get to know and learn a little bit more because Jonathan has definitely taught us that to have it all, you got to work hard for it all. You got to train for it all. Okay. I think you kind of like the new Debbie Allen. You got to work.
Look, I'll take that.
Fame, real fame, right?
That's right.
Get into it. All right. Have a nice day, y'all. Peace.